The Food and Drug Administration Roundup for July 1st, 2022 highlights some of the big accomplishments that the federal government is working on. Here are three of them. Today, the Food and Drug Administration has announced for consumer representatives to serve on advisory committees and panels for which vacancies currently exist or are expected to occur in the near future. The agency seeks to include the views of individuals on its regardless of their gender identification, affiliation, racial and ethnic identification, or disability status, and therefore encourages nominations of appropriate guideline candidates from all groups. On Thursday, the FDA Centers for Veterans Medicine on Phase 1 of its 5-year plan for supporting anti-cubicle stewardship in veteran settings, as well as a report. On Wednesday, the FDA revised the ANVISHEL to recommend repeat closing every 6 months with a dose of 300 milligrams of Kayexcanumab and 300 milligrams of Ciliegavimab if patients need ongoing protection. On Tuesday, the FDA approved the Beyond Air Incorporated Lun FHPH, the first device to generate nitric oxide gas from room air in conjunction with a ventilator to treat pulmonary hypertension. A man has been sentenced to federal prison for providing materials to support terrorism. Man sentenced to federal prison for providing materials support to terrorists. 2 men were sentenced today for conspiring to provide material support to the designated foreign terrorist organization Islamic State of Iraq and Shalama, Syria. Christopher C. Matthews, a.k.a. Al-Jarrell, 36, of South Carolina, was sentenced to 240 months in prison, and Jalian Christopher Milana, 24, of Cole, Texas, was sentenced to 216 months in prison. According to court documents, since May 2019, Matthews conspired to Melania, respectively, pleading guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to provide material support to ISIS. In a statement from the U.S. Attorney's Office, Ashley C. Matthews and Melania recruited individuals and provided bomb-making instructions to ISIS. This sentencing serves as a reminder that terrorist organizations such as ISIS and their affiliates remain a threat to the United States in the homeland and abroad. EP announces selection of 30 members to serve an Environmental Financial Advisory Board. EPA announces selection of 30 members to serve on Environmental Financial Advisory Board. Today, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency Administration Michael S. Regan announced the appoint of 30 members, including both new and returning members, to the Environmental Financial Board. In this statement from the Environmental Administrator Michael C. Regan, from the historical funding run by bipartisan infrastructure law to President Biden's bold agenda to tackle the climate crisis, EPA selected new and returning for 2 or 3 year terms from a pool of high qualified candidates. The high qualified candidates range from up to 21 states. I'd like to introduce my music video called More to Do in Life. There we go. Wasn't perfect, but
do in life. You're more powerful than you think. That's why you're skyrocketing to the stratosphere. You're more powerful than you are. Heart that thinks that you are better than you think. As you go forward, power flows like water from the sea. It helps you do more than you think, than you can imagine. Where there's just more to do in life. When you have got it like having a love and with someone you love, brings a whole true meaning to life. Hearts that thinks that you are better than you think. As you go forward, power flows like water from the sea. It helps you do more than you think, than you can imagine. Where there's just more to do in life.